Yo, what's good guys? In this video, I'll be breaking down how to add flow or energy to your edits. Now, this is the perfect tutorial, especially if you're a beginner or if you're not trying to go too crazy with your VFX. So let's just get right into it. All right, so here in After Effects, I have 9 clips in total. And as you guys can see, there's no effects or transitions in between each clips. The first thing we're gonna do is create freeze framed layers and then a flash effect. So for the first part, I'm gonna just focus on these 4 clips right here. Go to the first layer, and for these first 3 layers, I'm gonna make it a freeze frame layer. So for this one, you always wanna like pick a frame that looks cool or just looks dope. So in my case, I'll just like freeze frame. Yeah, I think like right here is good enough. So I'm just gonna right click that and then go to time, click freeze frame. And now we have a still image of that frame. And for this first layer, because I want it to be really fast, I'm gonna make it 3 frames long, cut the extra part, and I'm gonna do the same thing for these next 2 layers. So I'll just grab all these layers and then just bring it back. For the second one, I'll just go with the first frame. Do the same thing, freeze frame. Make this layer 3 frames. Then I'm going to do it again for this third layer. Go with the first frame for this one as well. We're also going to make this one 3 frames long. And now when I play the first 4 clips, we have like that picture freeze framed at the beginning, and then it transitions into a normal clip. So when it transitions into the 4th clip, I'm gonna add a flash effect. Let's create a new adjustment layer, make this layer 4 frames long. For the flash effect, we're gonna add an exposure. Increase the exposure at the start of this 4th clip. So I'm gonna have that like really bright. I'll increase that to 3. Keyframe that at the beginning, go towards the end and keyframe that back to 0. Easy ease both of the keyframes. So this is what we have for the first part. We have that really simple freeze frame and then that flash effect. So it looks really clean and simple. Now we're gonna move on to the next clips. Now for this next clip, we're gonna be creating a Y flash shake between the 4th clip and the 5th clip. So let's create a new adjustment layer. Make this adjustment layer 4 frames and bring it between 2 clips that you're going to be transitioning into. So we want 2 frames on the left and then 2 frames on the right. So for this one, like I mentioned, we're going to be creating that Y shake. I'm going to add a motion tile. For this motion tile effect, I want it to slide down and I want it to be really intense so that it actually looks like a Y shake. So keyframe the tile center at the beginning. Also increase the output height to 300 because we're going to be keyframing the Y value of the tile center. Click U to reveal the keyframes. Go towards the end of this layer or go 1 frame before the end. And we want this to be really intense. So I'm going to be like increasing this Y value. I'll increase this to around like around this area right here, and then bring this keyframe towards the end. So as this animation is happening, it slides and then it like perfectly lands in the same position as the clip that we're going to be transitioning into. Next thing we're going to do is add a directional blur. And you guys already know when we do these type of animations or transitions, you always want to have a motion blur. So I'm just going to increase this to like 60. Then we're going to add an exposure. For this effect, I want the flash to happen in the middle. So I'll just increase the exposure. You want that to be really bright. I'll increase that to 4. Keyframe that at the middle of the adjustment layer, and then keyframe both the beginning as well as the end at 0. Then for the final effect, we're going to add a tint. For this effect, I want it to transition in the middle. So keyframe the amount of tint at 100% at the start or at the middle, and then keyframe both the beginning as well as the end at 0. Easy ease all the keyframes. Now when I play this from the start, we have that like Y shake with the flash. And then for this next part, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to duplicate this layer and bring it above the next clip that we're going to be transitioning into. Make sure that it's in between the 2 clips. And for this layer, it's going to be similar as the first effects that we went over. So for this one, I'm going to make it 3 frames. And instead of freeze framing it, I'm just going to have the clip playing normally. And then for these final 2 layers, before we transition into the final clip, I'm going to make both of these a freeze frame layer. So find a good frame from your clip. I'm just going to go with the first frame and then make sure to freeze frame. For this layer, we're going to make it 3 frames long. Do the same thing for this next layer. And for this one, I'll just freeze frame it right here. Make sure that this layer is also 3 frames long. Then drag the final layer back. I'm just going to cut this timeline, duplicate the shake layer, and then bring that above the final 2 clips so that we have that final transition. This is what we have when we play it from the start. So as you guys can see, we didn't really spend a lot of time doing that. And these are just really easy ways that you can add energy to your edits. And for the final part, I'll be showing you guys how to add shakes as well as wipes from my Motion Energy effects pack. If you guys are interested in that, I'll have a link down in the description. So let's first create a new adjustment layer. And if you open up the animation presets, go to the user presets, and here we have the Motion Energy effects pack. For the first one, I'll be showing you guys a shake. So I'm just going to turn this adjustment layer off, and then I'm going to add a diagonal shake transition with 4 frames. So you want to cut this adjustment layer and make sure it's the same length as the keyframes. And because this isn't a 1920 by 1080 composition, go to the tile center and then click reset. So we have a really simple diagonal shake transition. And then I'll show you guys a wipe, create another adjustment layer. And for this one, I'm going to add the fast wipe. Make sure to cut the adjustment layer. And of course, these keyframes are fully customizable. So if you want it like quicker or slower, you can always just adjust the keyframes. So we have this wipe effect. I'm gonna turn off this adjustment layer. We have that wipe effect between these 2 clips. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, I'll have a link down in the description. And that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.